It's difficult to say what the average surgical technician earns, since there's no such thing as an average surgical technician. The beauty of the field is that the field is wide, allowing one to specialize in the area that interests them most. Surgical techs are like specialized doctors. They're found amongst obstetricians and pediatricians, cardiac doctors, and emergency room doctors. Although the average income of a surgical technician is $36,080 annually, according to a study completed in 2008, what one makes is really determined by their area of specialization. Some states will always pay more than others when it comes to the medical field. Interestingly enough, surgical technicians in Arizona tend to out-earn technicians in other parts of the nation by anywhere from $3,100 to $3,850 per year. One reason might be because Arizona sports a big retiree population. California is similarly higher, averaging $46,170 a year, but the cost of living in California tends to be higher, so the difference can be misleading. Idaho, where the cost of living is fairly contained, still sports a salary for surgical techs of $38,380. Just be mindful that states do have different costs of living, so a side-by-side comparison doesn't always tell the whole picture. Depending on one's area of specialization, just as with doctors, some surgical techs stand to make significantly more. Open heart surgery, for example, tends to be more demanding than, let's say, podiatry. Now that's feet, in case you weren't certain. As a result, surgical techs tend to make more in that area. Now, before you go signing on with cardiology, it might help to know that most heart surgeries last beyond 6 hours and no one is allowed to leave until the procedure has been completed. Private surgical techs who work in conjunction with specialized doctors tend to have a salary commensurate to their profession. Their wages often begin at $38,740 rather than averaging that amount. As with other professions in the medical field, it's expected that the need for surgical techs will increase, ultimately driving up the cost of salaries. It's good to be in demand. Indeed, the prospects are looking quite nice, as the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that employment of surgical technologists is expected to grow 25% between 2008 and 2018, much faster than the average for all occupations as the volume of surgeries increases. Salaries will increase as more of the population ages, necessitating more surgeries, and the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that job prospects are particularly excellent for those surgical techs who are willing to relocate. Regardless, the starting salary of a surgical tech is well above anyone else nationally, given the level of education. There are definitely few jobs that can command above $35,000 with only 2 years or less professional training or education. As the projected number of surgical technicians increases to over 114,000 in the year 2018, that salary is expected to continue to rise. Please visit us at surgicaltechniciansalaryData.com for more information on surgical technician salaries and the training needed to get started in this exciting and lucrative career field.